we are live recording What's in the Hangar Wednesday with the Model Rocketeer.
Welcome everybody to Mission Control. What's in the Hangar? We're here with the Wicked Wookie and of course Web C, Michael Wimmer.
Hey.
Yeah. So what's in the hangar? What are you guys working on? Everybody's going to be joining us. That's going to be the question. What are you got going on? I guess it doesn't really matter what it is. Whatever makes your hangar go around. So if you guys want to kick it off, we'll start there.
Absolutely. So over here in YouTube land and in camera land. So I got the camera so you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm going to try to pull up the YouTube here too.
Yep.
Because we don't have such a lag. This might be a lot faster, so we can actually answer questions a little quicker.
Right. So over there, over here, everybody can see it. This is what I'm going to be building and working on tonight.
Awesome. Dude, I can't believe you built this thing. This is so crazy. I mean, it's not, but it is. It's because it's like, you know what I mean? It's far enough left where people are like, "Oh, I didn't expect that." I was like, "Absolutely, you didn't expect that, did you?"
And I am working on something else. It's a little
surprise.
Oh yeah, it's just a little surprise I'm working on, but I think some of our members will really dig it. I think they should come through and see what's going on. I hope they don't miss out. So, yep, look at that. You're here. You're checking it out over there. How's it look over there?
I think it's good.
All right. So you remember when I'm recording this, I can move that around. So, but once it's done recording, that won't be on the screen over here.
Right.
Stop and pause stuff. That won't be there. But so yeah. That's what I got going on. What are you guys up to?
What do you got, Andrea? How are you doing? What do you got? What are you working on? I saw you do your video you posted. Is this a new channel, right? The Wicked Wookie's new channel.
That's
I saw that you posted the first video. Oh
yep.
Man, this 60 Chevy is sweet. So I'm gonna leave with that, and I'm gonna turn it loose.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of work on that. Just maybe trimming some parts, cleaning up some parts, checking some fitment. I've got my 144th Millennium Falcon that I got to do some black base on, and I have a Gundam project that I got to get going. And I don't know if I'm going to put that together tonight or not. We'll kind of see. But yeah, that's what I got. I got a couple of projects in the works right now. So
absolutely, so it sounds like me. I've got a couple of projects in the works. As you can see behind me, I'm working on the hangar. So I'm kind of kit bashing some pieces together. You'll see like on a control panel for this 1/100 scale diorama that I'm slowly building. So that's what I've literally got in the hangar there. But I was thinking about looking at some more of these pieces because I've got the Jesta in the build going on because I got paint. I just couldn't get any painting done at the moment, so that's going to be exciting because I'm trying to do some work on the inner frame before I build it up. So it's kind of my kit bash project that I'll be carrying through on Fridays. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's we tend not to just have one thing on the go. I know for myself, and I'm pretty sure for you guys as well, that we tend to have a few projects on the go at one time. It's never just one thing. So
yeah, exactly. I think at the moment what I need to do is make some sandpaper.
All right. Good lighting.
Make some sanding sticks real quick.
No, that actually helps.
Gonna have your trusty popsicle sticks, double-sided tape, and sandpaper.
Yep.
I just reused the popsicle sticks over and over again. Just cut the double-sided tape off with an X-Acto knife.
Right.
Oh shit, I'm out. Last one. 600 grit.
Ooh.
Wonder who else will get to join us over here, since this is a little bit new.
Yep. Well, people don't get discouraged from it. I mean, I know it's a hard step away from Facebook.
Yeah, I guess, but we're looking at it in a different way too than they might be, because it's more important for us to try to advance what we're doing, so we can reach more people a lot better. So
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
I
a
want to.
clear message.
Yep. I think it would be really good if we could get, yeah, just people in more. In that sense, like, having a much larger activity group at once.
Yeah, because I was hoping Hiko would be able to make it. I'm not sure if he will, if he's what he might be into.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to tonight.
Oh, step fast. Next to me still. It's like just a couple steps, sharp blade. Genius. Oh yeah. So, how your guys' week start so far? Being well, it's only hump day. Everything should be going good, I would hope.
Mine is my week's going all right.
Going as good as it can without sinking. There we go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, no complaints here.
I think that makes it interesting. Like if you got some struggle in a way, not to I want to wish struggle on anybody, but it gives us a chance to keep fighting to overcome something. It makes us stronger if we get the right mindset. But we become very resilient when we fight back. So when you get kicked down again, because it happens, it does. But when it does, you're able to get back up a lot faster. Because really nothing can hold you down. Oh, should I make a 320? I don't know. No, I'm gonna forego the 320.
funny. So yeah.
So yeah, what I've got going anyway for it's like as in a kit bash kind of deal, at least, is I'm just making some elements for the hangar. So it's turned into like a control panel of sorts. But it's the same stuff that you got with your hangar kit, wasn't it, Mike?
What,
Some of these pieces here.
yes, some of those pieces are. Hello, Jake. How is it going?
All right.
Jake's on silent mode tonight.
Yep. For a moment until he gets it figured out. I guess it always does it for safety, so you don't join and make yourself look like an idiot if it's you got some crazy shit going on in the background. Let's say,
Right.
oh, an accident,
You gotta your microphone's on mute, Jake.
What about now?
There we go.
There you go,
Yep.
Jake.
Are we good? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have to like move stuff around.
So being that this is like what is it, 30 minutes, because it's free for all of us to use for the moment. We'll go to the 30. We'll give Mike, because he's watching the counter, as lead on what's happening, and it'll be good. And then we'll come back for one more 30-minute session. I think it'll be good, Mike.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, just keep time in mind, and we'll stop a little early for each one, and we can get whatever advertisements we can in there real quick.
Awesome. Sweet. Jake.
So Jake, while we got you here real quick, what are you working on?
I don't really have much to work on, but I am going to be doing the water slides on some of my naked neon kits. Like, I might do my hamburger tonight, or I might do the comfort. I don't know.
Gotcha. He says I'm not working on too much, but he's working on Gundam anyway. You know, modest. We're also modest.
Oh, I guess that was important. Where's it?
I'm just trying to trim a little more shape into this. Cut a little weight off and trim some shape. Some shape.
I gotta get all my water slides ready and everything. Oh, or I could knock my phone down. It has been chosen. I will do the water slides on this white Zoc.
Alright, over there in YouTube land. Carrie, is that still you over there in YouTube land?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's me.
Awesome.
We're using some cheap black primer that I got from. Actually, it wasn't cheap. It was I got it from Michael's. I'm gonna put some effort into this Jesta. See how it looks. They've been sitting around for a little bit. I wanted it to cure, like we were talking about. You know, some paints have to cure, let that stuff kind of bake, or not bake, but
yeah,
the idea being
pretty good.
And I was wondering about going with that process of after this. I didn't want to start cutting. I was going to hit it with a little bit of top coat to protect it, and then start adding layers. And then when I get to a point, I will cut it from the runner, and I can just do minimal cleanup, because that will I'll be using the same colors or whatever to do the touch ups and details, and then I'll top coat it for a final.
Okay.
A lot of this is the inner frame, so it should be kind of hidden. So I'm not gonna put a lot of time into just some shades of metals. Yeah, this is ready. Good. But I figured I would start with the rifle because it's the one part that's just gunmetal to start with. Yeah, because the lower leg armors and stuff are big and chunky, you know, on the Jesta. So the inner frame is just big too.
Oh.
So I was curious, I know we kind of always talk about it. What is it that Nick over at the Mecha Warehouse listens to during some of his shows?
He listens to like
music wise.
some really underappreciated artists.
Right.
Because the whatever the algorithms don't catch him and flag him for that stuff.
Huh.
So it's always interesting to think about that. What is he listening to that doesn't get him in trouble?
Right. I think some of them were like video game themes, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think he just cites right away in the beginning of his video, like in the description, he cites right away what the background music channel he's listening to. and it cuts in and out too. It's weird. It doesn't just play straight through.
Yeah, because it avoids some kind of copyright because it doesn't play long enough. Because I was live when I went to the RC track the other night, and they play music during the race, and yeah, it flagged me and muted the video because of it. But I mean, it makes sense. I understand.
Yep.
But I don't know. I need to figure out something. I'm gonna plug the microphone hole or something so it can't pick it up. Because it wouldn't be no fun, racing without the music. But I can't go live without it either or with it. So
Yeah, no, I totally get you.
We'll grab my comforter.
Yeah, and that's where the oddness of it all comes in. Is like, why do they get to play music there and you can't record? So it's like it makes it even harder to spread like a hobby that's super cool, like RC car racing and stuff. Like it just
a little bit, yeah. I'm really debating because I want to open a box, like kind of. It's not quite an unboxing, but it's kind of like a what's in the box, I guess. A new project. I just don't know which one I want to do right now. Because I just want it to snap build, so I don't have to worry about doing paints and stuff. Because I still have the Noble, the gun cannon, and the crossbone. That's an RG kit. Slide y'all over. Meow.
damn.
My favorite water slide.
This because this kit looks pretty intimidating, actually. These pieces are, I mean, tiny. Wow.
There we go. One.
All right, let's see. We are at 18 minutes. Why don't we go ahead and segue into some commercial shout outs there?
Absolutely. I'll start with that. Shout out to our friends at Hobby Nut Models, Clarksville Hobby Depot. You guys are awesome. Mecha Warehouse, of course, the Mecha Parts guy, and the Gundam Shoppers Network. I know you probably got at least an announcement to make, Mike.
I do.
Or not quite yet.
Yeah, I'll make that announcement tonight on this show, and I'll make it again on Friday, and I'll make it again on the late night, and then probably again next week as well. Here at WebC Official, we are officially moving into partnership at Patreon, where you can come in and help us get better at what we do for you. So that's our goal. That's what we got it set up for. So any little bit will help. As many people that can come in and do that will be awesome. So over at WebC Official on Patreon is where you can definitely go and give us a donation. We already have our first donation that we got. So I want to give a shout out to the Wicked Wookie himself, Andrew Cosgrove, for being our first Patreon at Patreon. And yeah, that's that. That would be my big announcement. I got one more announcement to do. We'll do that in the second half of the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally. Keep your eyes open because I'll be spreading that around too. That's going to be a great help to the cause we're building. We've growing this network of incredible talents, so that we can change the landscape of Gunpla a little bit.
Exactly.
So far, so good. So yeah, I guess be looking for that.
Exactly.
Just like everything, it all grows and evolves. So this is really exciting because this is a chance, for everybody following us, our family, this, people that support that to, really help us grow this network because we're gonna be able to bring some, I think, some pretty amazing content.
Awesome. Sorry, being a dad too.
Oh, dude, you have to. Dad priorities come first.
Where's my scissors?
How's it going, Jake?
Oh, it's going. I'm just I don't have anything to build really, so I'm applying water slides like I always do.
Do you have any special tricks or anything, or you just follow the regular recipe that everybody else does, or is that a trade secret?
I do have a secret that I use when I do water slides. The ones that are really tricky, I usually tend to stick a little bit of water behind the paper. If it's like I don't want to get it too wet, and I'll just peel the decal from the paper. So like I'll see if I can try to do it on camera. But it's hard
Oh,
to,
okay. I see what you're saying. Get it just wet enough where you can get it off, and then use water as the medium to slide it onto.
yeah. And then what I do is I'll take my favorite. Not a lot of people use this, and I don't know why. This yellow bottle is called Mark Fit. It's delicious. It's amazing. I love Mark Fit. And you just dab a little bit on there, on the decal, and then you leave it there for a little bit. And then you just roll your cotton up on the surface of the decal to get the water off of it. And it kind of just, I don't know, it super glues it on there. It leaves it there. It don't disappear.
Sweet.
Because I've noticed some water slides that I've used, they crumble if they get dry, and you have to immediately hit it with the top. But if you hit it with the Mark Fit, that Mark Fit tends to kind of like seal it on the plastic.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I gotta take this guy, take the shoulder off.
Because I know there's a couple of different brands that everybody talks about. I've never really used it, but I don't do as many water slides as some of these kits can have, or some of these guys go crazy and put a lot on, so it requires maybe a little helping hand in that department.
Also, another one of my secrets with water slides is if you're trying to put a water slide on a part, take that part off the mobile suit, like off the model kit. So don't leave it all together. Take every single part off and leave them in chunks. So like I'll do on Zaku's, I'll do like a shoulder pauldron first, and then I'll do the arms, and then the torso and the head.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, that just makes sense. I'm not sure I ever really consciously thought of that, but I usually will take it all back apart to put decals back on it. All right, next.
That's interesting. I've never done it that way. I'll like break mine down by limbs.
Oh, there we go. I mean, I can see that working too. Larger pieces, but still a little more compartmentalized.
Yeah, breaking it down that far is interesting.
I put a battle damaged neon symbol on this hamburger here. It looks really good. I don't know if I should add any more on it. I think I could put a Cyclops team emblem on it because this Zaku is part of the Cyclops team, I guess. I don't know. I was thinking about putting Xeon symbols all over an Earth Federation Zaku. So
We stole your mobile suit.
I'm like that one wrestling fan with Xeon where he's like crying in the stands and he's like, "It's still real to me, damn it." That's really
Right,
good.
right. No, that's what makes it. I mean, real enough to really enjoy the hobby. If you want to take it that far, absolutely. There's no right or wrong answer to it. Because I'll probably start when I start bashing a little bit more. It'll be everything mostly custom painted into to fit what I need it to fit. I suppose.
Super.
I need to get a matte varnish for my airbrush. Because I was painting some more parts of the, you can't really quite see, but they're a really nice antique blue color for a building. But now I need to, I think, protect them so that I can give them a wash. I think a gray wash to kind of weather the windows.
All right.
Whether the framework anyway, it's one part of it. They're multi-layered.
So I just put a layer of putty on over the milli putt. So this stuff.
Oh,
Oh, I love that stuff. I have
Then
some in the orange.
the white to me a putty. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll sand it all smooth where the gaps were and everything. We'll sand everything smooth, and then it'll be ready for primer.
Because I'm working with the old testers putty that I must
Okay.
not know how to use right. It's garbage. I don't know.
Oh, I suggest when it comes to that putty stuff, I had a Japanese buddy of mine give me this basic type, and he sent it in when I got some stuff from him. And I absolutely swear by this stuff. It's super good.
Awesome.
I use it to fill spaces all the time.
Hey everybody, Web C here. I'd like to take a minute and talk to you about Mecha Model Builds. Mecha Model Builds is a YouTube channel that we have recently partnered with. Here at Mecha Model Builds, Hiko is constantly striving to bring you high quality material. From tutorials to custom builds, Mecha Model Builds is where it's at. We're hitting the
Mr. White,
10 minute.
if you could get yourself some Mr. White, this stuff is great. I swear by it. So
Awesome.
while I wait for my water slides and my water to get warm, I think I might search my backlog.
All right, so I got a 5-minute timer running, so at least we'll know what 5 minutes out, and then we can say anything we need to say. Oh yeah, I had the hardest time making this color because I didn't. I was hoping I could go to like Walmart and pick up one of those folk art acrylic colors in the shade of blue that I wanted to use, and I never did. So I just kind of threw a couple colors together from one of those really cheap kits with a bunch of acrylic tube paints. So it was like blue and white to get that light color blue. Then I mixed black into it. God, it was hard to get it in a good consistency to spray, but it turned out all right.
No,
God, that was a fight though.
I was just thinking, I have a white Zaku, and I have some Shin Matsunaga water slides, and they're just going to waste right now. Let's use those.
Put them on a Garbatos.
No, I'm gonna put it on my my F2
There's-
that I have right here. I actually have a real good plan for a Garbatos right now. If anybody's
Yeah, we
ever
got some
played Metal Gear
awesome
Rising,
parts that I would love
planning
to
to make
steal
it.
from it to make other mobile suits for sure.
I still got some parts to collect for my Barbatos build. I
Yeah,
want to.
yours is like an extreme build of sorts, right?
Yeah, the Barbatos build I'm gonna do is gonna be super detailed, super extreme. So it's what is it? We're looking at probably almost 200 hours, 300 hours of work when I get done with that one.
Right.
Good
Dang.
God.
But I haven't even started. I've just been collecting parts and stuff for it. Where I'm at with it. 'Cause I have enough
And you
parts
started
to
with the
almost.
base kit is a master grade, right? Just
Yeah, I'm doing the master grade base kit, not the full metal. But I have a metal frame, a complete metal frame for the Barbatos. So I got some work to do with that because I've seen some bad reviews on the Barbatos metal frame.
Do you know if it's a bootleg or if it's a third party or what is it?
It it's all the way up there, and I don't want to run and grab it, but it's for sure a third party through MadWorks.
Okay,
It looks very
because
much like the MadWorks
I have
crap.
this spider crab, a high resolution 1/100 master grade guy, Barbatos in my closet. He's the full metal, and I don't want it. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, no,
oh, is that one you're telling me about? That's real interesting, and you acquired it in a strange way.
Yeah, when I did live streams a while ago, when I first started getting back in the gunplay, I had a guy who just out of nowhere was like, "Hey, do you want this Barbatos?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah." And he's like, "Will you build it?" Never got around to it. So if you're watching that guy, I'm sorry, it's in the closet.
oh no, I broke my belt drive.
What?
I broke my belt drive.
Oh, I was like belt drive. Yeah, I got it.
It's all right. I'm disassembling this thing, seeing how far apart it falls.
It's not quite hanger grenade though, right?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, that's cool. These say White Wolf in German rather than in English, which I think is a cool little touch. That is very accurate.
So here is the motorcycle. Take it apart.
Where'd you get the shocks from?
Those are RC shocks.
I kind of figured look like that. Yeah, that's awesome. And I was like, dude, those are like the
Cool.
right size and everything. How that turned out.
Yeah.
What did you bash that off of?
I actually just went to my local hobby shop and picked up a fresh pair of shocks. I just
Oh, nice.
I just walked around until I found the pair that fit the size I needed to do the job with. I was like, yep, those ones will work. So we grabbed these ones. They worked. So
Nice.
the rear end, it's like a super easy rear end to put together. It's got a clip that holds those two pegs, and then it just
Huh.
comes undone.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, that would have never crossed my mind. I see that stuff sometimes, and yeah, that would have just never crossed my mind. That's awesome.
My next thing will be I gotta strengthen the parts that actually hold the shocks. I gotta make that part stronger. because it's really flimsy right now. And,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, I think other than that, I just need to get the axle pulled out of here, the rear end, so I can pull the back. I gotta get these off so I can sand them, all these parts. I'm gonna get them all off so I can sand them proper and everything.
Look at how well that pops from the color. I don't know if you can see, but that's so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see that.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Definitely.
Looks super
I
awesome.
love that.
Oh, wow.
Here,
Oh,
show
Like
us again,
graffiti.
Jake.
Was it like graffiti?
Show us
That's
again.
the Shin. Is it Team Matsunaga's White Wolf emblem? Yes.
Show it again, Jake. I
Let
blew
me
your
pop
screen up
some.
so the guys over on YouTube can see too.
And now we're down to the 2-minute
Awesome.
mark too. Also,
2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're about to cut out here, and I will relaunch it and send a new code. I'm gonna go over there and talk trash and try and get some people excited to come over. So we're gonna take like a 5-minute break,
just stay
right?
put. Everybody just stay put. We're gonna come right back.
All right. Okay. Here is the real quick. Here's the Gundam that I'm using for that motorcycle I'm building. He's put together. He just needs his water slides. Yeah, make a few adjustments here with this camera and this computer and everything.
Ran out of yellow Xeons. I use them.
All right, now I can show you guys things. There you go. So good.
Say what?
What? What?
Say what? Say what?
My wife is short and needs help reaching. And it's the creed of the giant.
All right, back to Zoom. Start that call. What's up, brokes? Web C here. And before you continue on your journey into my videos, I'd like to tell you about our new friend, Broke Man Studio. And this is a great time for you guys to catch up with him and see cool things that he's talking about. Broke Man is always bringing you the cheapest solution to the coolest Gunpla fill. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and check out all of his new videos. We here at Kit Bash Gundam, at the Rocket Industries, at Websea Official, and all our other subsidiaries are here to support Broke Man Studio and Broke Man Reviews and Broke Man Tuts. Everybody have a great time, and I hope you enjoy watching this little video. All right, here we go. And we are loading back in. Awesome. Just ran over there real quick, talked a little smack. Now I'm back. Biggity, 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 back. So I'm trying to find the happy balance between you can see it and you can't. So wouldn't it be cool if all motors just installed like this? Hello? Hello, hello.
Hello.
I said, wouldn't it be cool if all motors just installed like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will take a while to dry. To drizzle. Quick sand.
Audio.
Hello. We're back, we're back, we're back.
We are back. I see that Evergreen styrene. What is that? Tube or what do you got there?
What?
That styrene. I see that evergreen styrene bag. It's right there behind your I guess the monitor.
Oh, that's where I
Yeah.
keep all those. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got 6-inch rod, 3/32 tube, 1/8-inch tube, 1/8-inch rod, 3/64 rod. I also got some metal rods. That's how I built this.
Oh yeah. Woo-woo. Oh, I'm getting down. I don't know if anybody has ever seen these. Michael, you know what the tahini seasoning is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, these are so good. The local dollar store gets them. They're peach rings sprinkled with tahini seasoning.
Interesting.
Oh, brings back memories as a kid. Good stuff. Ah, man.
So here's a question for you, Carrie.
All right.
Because you do stuff other than Gundam, you're like me, you build everything. Do you find yourself using like the Gundam cutting methods of first you cut from the sprue and then you go back and clean up the part, and then do you find yourself doing that?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good. I don't know if I'm gonna screw this up. I lost the video feed there. No, we're back. Yeah, I use that basic method from learning that as a kid. It was a lot easier to kind of comprehend. And then yeah, start with a basic method and yeah, just kind of work my way through it. I don't know, man. I get a little frisky sometimes because I feel like my nippers are badass, or I'm just on fire, or the plastic's cutting right. Sometimes I just go for broke and get a little too close. It seems like it. I don't know. I feel like I can cut it down to a point where just the nippers alone, where it's like minimal, and the glass file takes care of it. Unless it's in a real strange place where you can't get a good stroke to cut plastic. Because I mean, if you as you know a rasp how it works, you've got to get a good stroke to take the material off the plane you're cutting, and
Yep.
to get that a good cut and get that face off there without grinding and doing all kinds of other motion, damaging the plastic or heating it up. I think if you just get good strokes and you can cut it with a file, like I use a metal file too for a lot of stuff. Like I see it, but that's you see them doing it in one direction, a little at a time until you get it right down to that last edge. It's a feeling. I know you know. I'm sure Mike
Yeah,
does too.
no, I do. I totally do.
But we really get that feeling when it comes to other scale models in a way because Gundam are produced very nicely. I'm
Yes.
sure we understand shitty kids, and,
Yes.
and what you have to do to fix that. So that's where those skills come from.
See, like I'm kind of shocked because we all know that AMT and Revell North America do not have fantastic kits.
Yeah.
Majority of the time there's serious fitment issues, there's horrible seam lines, there's all of that, and just they tend to be nightmare kits in the realm of scale modeling. I don't know whether this is a new mold or what, but the detail is super crispy and there's very little flash. And the fitment is really good, like really good.
It's TJ.
Awesome.
Mr. TJ!
All right.
How's it going, TJ?
We'll just go with TJK Studios.
How's it going?
Going good. I tore apart a motorcycle.
Oh, sweet.
He's going OCC on us.
My dad was going through stuff at the house, and he found a couple of my old kits I never got together.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
There's
sweet.
another one. That one's got like the pit crew and everything with it, some toolboxes, and this one here.
Oh,
Right on.
cool.
That's cool.
That's
That
cool.
one with the pit crew, dude. That one's classic, dude. That's an old Miller car.
Yeah. One's the Miller Buick, and then the other one's Kyle Petty's peak antifreeze car.
Nice.
I got a Dale Jr. and a Tony Stewart stuck up in my stash that are from the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Right
I did a Dale Earnhardt Sr. and a Jeff Gordon back in like the mid to late 90s, and I don't know what happened to them. I got my new airbrush in too. Can't wait to try this bad boy.
Cool,
Oh,
Highline.
sweet.
Cool.
Well, it's the Highline, the high performance, the HPCH with the air valve and all that. The only thing is it takes different nozzles than my other one does, so I'm gonna have to pick up some parts, but it should work pretty good. It's a step up from my Eclipse. I mean, my Eclipse is a good workhorse, but this should be a little bit more, control. So we'll see how she works. I
Awesome.
haven't even taken it out of the box yet.
Ooh, we're here for the unboxing.
Yeah. That's a Wada sticker.
Nice.
Is this your first Iwata brand, or do you have?
No, I started out with a Neo, and then I got the Eclipse that I'm using now.
Okay.
This is the HPCS, and then I have this one now. So I have two. I sold the Neo. I always liked the Wada because they always do these test ones.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I always like that about them.
Because I have a Neo, and I'm learning with that.
Oh, that thing's awesome, man. That's what I started out with.
Right on.
I think
Good.
it worked just as good as my Eclipse. I think the Eclipse has a little bit more range because you can use some bigger nozzles and stuff with it. And it has a bigger cup, which helps. But that Neo, I did my first like 5 or 6 kits with that. So I
Awesome.
mean, it works good. They're good kit. They're good. This thing's sweet, man.
Sweet.
So I have a confession. I'm still using the super cheap airbrush that came with my compressor kit. Hmm?
Nothing wrong with that as long as it works, man.
That's gangster. I mean, you're producing good work with some shit
Yeah.
parts. I mean, dude, there's nothing says craftsmanship and skill than being able to produce good work with shit equipment.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know a
that's
lot
the-
of people that just use like master airbrushes from Amazon, and they do, you're good.
that's
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
what
mine
I
is.
use.
It's a master. It's not exactly anything fancy,
Yep.
but
People swear by
know
it,
what?
man.
get good results with it. And maybe someday when I've got the extra money, I'll spring for one of those really nice airbrushes. But
And then you won't even like it because it doesn't work as good as your master.
yeah, well, and that's more the issue is I'm gonna just see it now. I'll spend $250 on an airbrush or something like that, and then realize that nope, that $20 one that I've been using forever and a day is way better.
Yep. And that's a testament to one's willpower to take that tool that obviously when you get to that point and you're like it does not do what I need it to. You're pushing
Yeah.
it harder than it can hit, right? But when you come to that realization and that dude, you can make that thing do shit, you love it because you've mastered it, and I know there's a comfort that goes with that. But like you said, you're like, man, there's one or two things that I cannot do. At some point, you'll upgrade again, but you'll definitely always go back to following that thought of, man, this thing was the back in the day.
No, I get
I mean, don't
good
get me
success with my my master airbrush. Works pretty well.
Yeah, they're good, man. There's nothing wrong with them things at all. They do the job, man. There's a lot of people that use them.
Yeah, I'd love to try some of those big new airbrush, or like those big new airbrush companies that are coming out. Like not just Iwata, but there's another company called Eagle, and
Yeah.
they have some really cool looking
Oh yeah.
brushes too.
A lot of people swear by Badger. The only thing I don't like about them is I like about the Iwatas is even the Neo, they'll tell you you can put your finger right over the tip to back flush, and you don't have to worry about like trying to pinch the needle. Like a lot of the newer airbrush companies, they don't have that cup on the end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Badger them. It makes a big difference for cleaning them out.
Oh, okay. I take mine off.
I did that. I saw that. I was going to ask you about that, Michael, but back to the needle. I do that when I'm airbrushing sometimes because I'll mix paints now that I've noticed, and they will separate almost at the bottom of the cup if I stop for a little while.
Okay.
So I have to pressurize it, get some bubbles going to kind of help mix the paint again. Or if I put thinner in it because it's getting thick, I mix it through with the air.
Yeah.
Well, just cleaning in between colors, it's nice because you can put cleaner in there and back flush it a couple times, and then like just go to your next paint.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're going from a metallic to like a regular paint, you want to like tear it apart, really clean it.
Oh
But
yeah.
like back flush it a couple times, and then like you don't have a big cleanup,
Yep. But with so with my setup, the G paint that I'm using, it really doesn't like to be back flushed at all while you're working with it. The less air with G paint, the better. Like
Yeah,
in
it
your
bubbles
cup,
up.
yeah, bubbles in your cup are not good with G paint. So
Oh, okay.
I've learned that the two things with G paint that make it the hardest are one is you can't back cup, and two, it does get dry tip. Your
Really?
brush will get dry tip with G paint because you're spraying at 30 to 32 psi.
Oh,
See, I
it's
don't
the
even
air
run it that high.
self-drying it.
I run it out of the Eclipse at like, I'll tell you right now, because I was just doing, what was it at? I was running her at like 15 on my last batch.
Okay. Because yeah, I'm just following what the instructions say on the box for G
Yeah.
paint because I like when I run water base, I run 20, 23, somewhere around there is
Yeah.
what I run my water base at. So, for me, I'm like, wow, I got to run it like 10 psi higher, and I feel like you lose a little bit of control, but you actually don't with this G paint it's really cool. You get more control with the higher the pressure because you can dial down your nozzles to where they barely release anything, and then you're pulling in real high detail and stuff. And I'm spraying metallics through a 3.0 or through a .30.
Yeah, I never had problems with the G paint. I always liked them.
Yeah. So yeah. So when I get dry tip, that's why I've always learned, like even with water base dry tip, I don't know. That's just something I've become habit forming is
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
not have the safety tip there. But I do have the safety tip for mine still. I just take them off because I really don't like them. I also feel like they can collect a little more paint and cause something called splash webbing or splatter, and
Yep.
that can be problematic when you're painting too. So
So when I was learning how to airbrush, that was my first problem that I encountered, and I spent ages trying to fix it. And sometimes you learn that the hardest of problems have the easiest of solutions,
right,
especially in modeling, especially in hobby modeling, dude.
A lot
That's
of the times
one of the creeds.
with that spider webbing, what it ends up being is you're letting go of the air before you let the trigger back down.
hmm
So some paint will run and sit in the nozzle. So as soon as you hit the air again and start doing another pass, all that paint that was laying in the nozzle now blows down a big glob, hits, and then splatters out.
Yep, exactly.
That's
So
that's why I've made it a habit to always practice before I do runs on the brush, so that I
Yep.
don't put that in my mind to keep having that habit of putting paint in the nozzle.
Yep.
so
The other thing that helps is starting off of the part, starting and then going past it. So that way, if you have anything built in there, it goes out and just through your airbrush booth or whatever, and then across. It works out pretty well.
Yep. So, yeah, my solution to the whole problem of the buildup right there at the tip like that was just to remove that part altogether. I was like,
Fair
oh,
enough.
now it won't build up no more. And I don't really experience that spider webbing or anything unless I get moisture through the brush, and I just solved that. So I shouldn't have that problem anymore.
I have a moisture trap right on my airbrushes, and then there's another one right on the air compressor. So like,
Yeah,
if the one on the brush, if I start seeing drops in there, then I know, yeah, I have one of those, and then I have a bigger one over right on the compressor.
I need to get one on my brush, a little one like you got. Yeah.
Yeah, they help. They definitely help.
yeah, definitely. They're super cheap too. They're $5 a piece right now.
Because I noticed that the other night when there was a big temperature thing and it was really cold in here, I started getting unusual amount of moisture. Like, wow, this is interesting. So I guess it's enough that I have to do something about it.
Yep.
See, I have up here where I'm at, up in Pacific Northwest, because it's so humid here, and there's so much moisture all the time. I have two air traps on my line, or two moisture traps on my line, one at the compressor, one at the gun, and I'm even in the middle of the shoot, I will have to stop and drain off moisture because they'll just fill up so quickly.
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
dang.
20 minutes of pump use here in Minnesota. Oh yeah. That 80% humidity catches up with you real quick.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I
So,
would have never thought. I don't know.
yep.
I've never spent a lot of time in Minnesota in that area, so I have no idea what the weather's like.
Oh yeah, we got 80% humidity here. I mean, it's all lake. That's all Minnesota is lakes, 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 lakes. The home of 10,000
Right.
lakes. So, and we actually have more than 10,000. We have 13,000 some odd lakes, but we just call it the home of 10,000 lakes. And it's yeah. So the extremeness of it is in the wintertime it gets super dry out. Like all the moisture freezes up, and it's really nice for painting because it's super dry all winter. But it causes nosebleeds and stuff. then come summer, you get mosquitoes and you get swamp ass. So what you get here in Minnesota.
Gators and swamp ass.
Yep. Yep. So.
Oh man, right on.
Hells yeah. So,
I just always think of it being like incredibly goddamn frigid cold in winter and all year round. You know.
yeah. So it looks like we're going to be coming up on our next warning here.
All right.
So why don't we do a couple more shout outs to our sponsors. Talk to them guys over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're what really helped inspire us to do all this, and they've provided. It's not like they provide us anything monetary. They just provide us with the ability to do this and the inspiration to continue to do this. People like Nick at the Mecha Warehouse, Derek at the Horde, Mark Kuzia at Hobby Nut Models, Charles Tran at Gundam Shoppers Network, and more. Incredible people. They're just friends, and it's very inspiring to see what they've done and what they've brought us, and now what we're going to take and return to them, and more, and kind of, I think, maybe fulfill the circle.
Right? Awesome. What?
Yeah, that made my day when the guy from Mecha Model Warehouse or Mecha Warehouse put that PGU up on Facebook. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was well deserved, man. That was cool. It looked good, and that's an awesome boon to you, and honestly to us to have an established kind of person gaining that credit that they deserve. So hopefully that leads you further down the road, man, and we can help keep you
Yeah,
going,
hopefully.
boosting that your confidence to just keep doing that, and this
Oh,
is
yeah.
what you get.
Definitely.
I gotta get this dang high new finished so I can start working on other kits, man. I've just been so busy with everything that I have not had time to do much of anything. I got a couple pieces to finish up on the shield, and all I gotta do is finish my water slides and
I
and
think
hit it
it's
with
something
top coat.
sorry about that, guys.
Once she's top coated, we're all done. So about 3/4 of the way there on the home stretch.
Nice.
So this is crazy.
Crazy is crazy does.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Uh-oh. So it's got 4 cameras limit. Interesting.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Oh,
Back up there on the YouTube chat.
oh, okay. So as you can see over here, if you're watching on the YouTube chat, there's only 4 cameras up. And then I slide over, and then we can see Jake. He's all by himself. He's like, Jake's sitting at the little kids' table right now. It's Thanksgiving dinner, and Jake's at the little kids' table.
Yeah, they don't know anything about Xenon. I got to teach the little kids.
Someone's got to be that influence.
Gotta remind him that one colony drop a day keeps the fetties away.
Yep.
Don't forget, it's 3 times faster when you paint it red.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. So here at the end, I'll switch it over here at the end to well, it looks like it's gonna be like interview mode is what we'll call this mode. But as you can see, whoever talks will pop up on my screen, or whoever makes noise will pop up and be on my screen.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I call that interview mode, and then we also have 4-screen split screen mode too. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, now there's a way we could play music, because I've been to a lot of business Zooms where there's just music playing in the background from the host during certain times. And then Jake says he's number one. He's got to take a dump or something.
I was coughing and I was making sure that everybody knows I'm okay.
Oh, Jake's okay.
Fine. I was going to ask you, Carrie, if you're still interested in that sniper, the Gym Sniper 2, I have him put away for you.
I know. That's why it's badass. I don't want to take a project away because I can't promise you anything at the moment.
That's why I put him away, because I kind of have 2 other things I want to work on, but I don't
that's
have
cool.
what I need to work on.
Because that kind of keeps that little glimmer of hope alive for me.
Well, my nippers are broken, so I can't.
Oh,
I
damn.
finished my comfort and I can't do anything now. So all I can do is like water slides or painting if I have a little bit of paint left.
Your
Right,
nippers are broken.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so they I built 2 or 3 kits with them, and they are dull and won't cut through anything, and they just pinch the plastic and ruin everything, and there's disgusting gashes in my models that I have to spend time cleaning.
Oh no.
Wow.
Makes for a sad day.
No
It
doubt.
does. That's what
No
I get for
plan.
buying $10 God hands, though.
$10 God hands?
Yeah, these garbage things right here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
those? Yeah. I've only.
I mean, I've got a pair. I use them for certain things only.
I call these the runner wreckers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely. But yeah, I've got some green ones like that. That's what I call the runner records. You cut them up.
Yep.
I think
And
that's what these are going to
my
be
Gundam
relegated
Planet
to.
ones are for the second cut, and then I use my Tamiya ones for my third cut, the final cut, or the second cut, and then I file after that.
Oh, these guys do a pretty good job. Cut number 1, cut number 2. 1,
Yep,
2.
yep. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying out some other nippers, I suppose, but
Yeah, I want to try the MadWorks, and there's a $20 pair on Amazon right now that I want to try out too.
I just got those $20 ones.
Those
These ones?
NP120s? No.
Yeah.
It's a blue pair. It's a blue handled pair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're supposed to be single blade nippers. They're supposed to be like generic God hands. So we shall
Yeah,
see.
see, I'm God hand for life, man.
Definitely.
I've yet to, I guess, use a pair and then know that they're really that good.
Oh, it depends.
Blasphemy. That is blasphemy, sir.
Oh, really? Huh.
Blasphemy.
Hey, I mean, come on. I just don't have a pair. I can't be blasphemous that bad. But I mean, it's in your sanding, man. Your filing game.
Yeah.
But I do want to try a pair. I mean, we'll get to that point. I'd like to have a nice pair and really put it to the test. But I'm not sure if I'm a double blade or a single blade kind of guy yet. Because I know there's so many kinds.
Yep.
They're very special. So I don't know. Like I said, it's in the filing game. Just get it close, whatever you want, and then work the plastic, and then
Definitely.
shine if you need. Because I got a balancer and a buffer for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I like my single blades. I actually have there's 2 different versions.
Okay.
So these are the PN 120s, and they're good single blades, but like they're not as good for finishing as like the blue SPN 120s are. So
Okay.
like I'll use these on rougher stuff, or like heavier plastic, or like even a clear plastic where it breaks, and then like this one right here like seems to work better when it comes to like a finishing cut on like everything else.
Okay.
So get so close to this sometimes that you don't even see it in the mold. So it works pretty good.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's just awkward angles and stuff around it where you can't do it, and then you gotta get in there with your sanding and stuff. But they work pretty good. I would definitely say that like I haven't used like some of the cheaper single blades, so I don't know if they last longer or anything. I just know that like they worked for me, so I just stuck with them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. From my experience, I use the USA Gundam store single blade nipper, and from my experience, it's a good off the runner nipper, so it's a great sidekick for the God Hand. And then
Right.
I use the SPN 120 Blue Handle God Hand, and I get phenomenal results off of it. I've put my specific set of nippers has 28 kits under it now. So I mean that's a lot of kits to get under one set of nippers. A lot of guys
Right.
are lucky if they get 10 kits, before their nipper
Yeah.
falls.
That's just the way they use it, and they cut and they squeeze too hard at the end.
Uh-oh. Running out of time. We're down to 10 minutes, team. 10 minutes.
Right on, right on.
That's
That's
it,
okay
everyone.
though. It is what it is. It's the end of the show. We're coming down to it.
Yep. So yeah, here at the end of the 10 minutes, I just want to remind everybody that's out here in YouTube land and everybody on the show, we have moved on to Zoom, and Zoom will be the new home for where we'll be hanging out for a while. And then along with that, we are also WebC Official is now connected to Patreon, and through Patreon, we will be able to grow and evolve the WebC TV channel a lot more. And the more we evolve the TV channel, the better the shows that we are producing will become. And the better production we have, and the better everything, right? So that's where we're going. That's my announcement. I have one more announcement. I have bounty packs are coming soon. Bounty packs are coming soon. I am going to be doing these once a month. I'm going to send out a bounty pack to a builder. The builder's challenge is to use the bounty pack on their build. The bounty pack will be a set of parts from a random kit. I will not announce who the builder is until they have received the parts. So, bounty challenge. It'll be a 1-year challenge. Every month, one person will be sent a challenge, and then at the end of the year, whoever wins will be the person who builds the best bounty build. So that is going to be my first build-off challenge that I am issuing to the world. So
Damn.
there you go. That's what my first build-off will be that I'm going to host. So prizes are still to be determined. We've got a year starting this month. So next August, or at the end of next July, moving into August 1st, I think we'll do the judging and the drawing for it. So it'll be really awesome. So that last person that we send the parts to, they will have to build their butts off in 3 weeks. So I'll try and send July's build out mid-June, so they get their parts a little earlier or something, to be fair, because but I think I'll also keep it on like a 6-week build time or whatever. So each entrant has to send it in within 6 weeks. You have to send in your build within 6 weeks. So that's plenty of time to get a good competition style build out going. So that's kind of my plan right now. You guys
Good one.
stay tuned for more information on the Bounty Build Challenge.
That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And I can show you guys a quick little what's in the first bounty. This part.
Oh, it looks like some kind of flight stuff.
This part is in the bounty.
Ooh.
And an entire midsection for an IBO kit.
Oh, wow.
So from the neck to the waist joint, you'll get a section. You'll get that section in this bounty. So that's the first bounty. That's what's going on. But you won't know what the build is or who the bounty is going to or anything until they get the parts. So They'll
That's cool. I
know.
like
They'll
that.
know because I got
That's
to
a nice little
contact.
twist on it.
Yep, they'll know, but I got to contact them to get them the parts. So, the parts I'll usually I'm gonna send between 15 to 20 pieces, polycaps included, type of deal, and yeah, I've got a bunch of parts stored up and ready to go. So that's kind of I've been contemplating on this whole process. So there you go. I'm gonna leave that off to you, Carrie. You can send us out with shout outs and thanks and all those types of things to sponsors and crew members and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we do got some crew members we should shout out to, though. You know, doing some work out there as we start to evolve. You know, all you guys have been doing a lot of work. Hiko's not with us tonight. I'm sure he's doing life stuff that's important, but you know, give him a little shout out. He's been inspirational in helping do what we do. And his builds are really awesome too. I know he's been working his butt off on that gun sniper, which is really cool. Hey, I'm excited to get Broke Man on here soon.
Yeah, we will have to coach coach him on the process of getting onto Zoom.
Right on. I think we can do it easily.
Yep.
But that'd be cool. We need to get some featured builders on here. You know what I mean? Like Vince or
Definitely.
Doug, some guys from our group. Anybody that's out there that might be listening or pick up on this, yo, shout out to somebody. Tell them you want to be featured on here, and we can bring you along. But yeah, because Heiko's our guy that talks about the tools and stuff, and it's always important. I like that because it helps with the craft, so we can get a good quality product, and it's easier to deal with mentally if you get a good product, and it's all part of a good balance. So
Definitely.
yeah, I'd be excited to get some more guys involved and recruited into our little pool of talent that we're using. So we got a really good thing going on. I really it'd be awesome when people start helping out the channel and building that, because we're all part of that. The Web C, that like the television station, we're all trying to bring our part to make it the best that we can. We're going to need help, and this is where it's going to be a good platform to do it.
Awesome. So with that, I want
So
to
yeah,
thank
guys, it was awesome hanging out with you for tonight. I appreciate it.
I want to thank everybody for hanging out, coming out, and all the people who watch this video in the future. Thanks for stopping by and checking our channel out. We hope you give us a like, a subscribe, and we definitely thrive on you sharing our stuff. So if you can share our videos, that would make us the happiest we can be. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great night.